Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somehow you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel her call you across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. Or all through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go. There are chicks just right for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few. All the girls don't know what they're missing. I've got a lot of living to do, and there's wine all ready for tasting, and there's Cadillacs all shiny and new. Gotta move, 'cause time is wasting. I've got a lot of living to do. Well, there's music to play and places to go and people to see. Everything for you and me. Life's a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. There's such a lot of living to do. That's Perry, there's such a lot of living to do. There's such a lot of living to do. Well, there's music to play and places to go and people to see. Everything for you and me. Life's a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. There's such a lot of living, got a lot of living, got a lot of living to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Welcome back, you guys. It's so nice to see all of your faces again. Thanks for coming to see our show tonight. How about this band? Thank you. They're terrific. We had a great rehearsal this afternoon, and we have a great show in store for you tonight. I know you all came to hear Phantom of the Opera, so if you don't mind, we'll just dive right in. Nighttime sharpens, items each sensation, darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Night unfurls its splendor, grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to and you live as you've never lived before. Softly, gently, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. No more talk of darkness. Forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Let me be your shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you. And say you love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime, and say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Anywhere you go, let me go too. That's all I ask of you. you feel the way I do. Love me, that's all I ask of you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you. Look what I remembered to bring tonight. Okay, and now you guys have seen the coat. I'm taking it off. It's okay, I'm taking it off. It's too hot for me to wear a coat. Okay, so for anybody who wants to know, the first song I did was Some Enchanted Evening from the musical South Pacific, in honor of you all who are on your world journey. Second song was a beautiful tune from Bye Bye Birdie, and those two, of course, were the two great songs from Phantom of the Opera. Thank you for singing my high note. I'm a bass, so it's not my life. No apologies. This next tune is, oh yes, okay, so. First of all, I'd like to know, how many people in the audience have been with your partner or married for 20 years or more? Round of applause. Big round of applause. If you really love your partner, you'll clap loud. More than 30 years. More than 40 years. More than 50 years. Oh my goodness. 55 years. More than 55 years. More than 60 years. 61. 62, 61, 61. Turn the lights up, please, so I can see if she's telling the truth. Lights up. I want to see if she's telling. Who's 61? Oh, I can tell. You're telling the truth. I don't mean it like that. 61 years? 62 years. That's amazing. My grandparents, you can put the lights down now. I'm finished seeing everyone. My grandparents were also married for 62 years. My parents are 57 already, 57 years together. So I like to dedicate this next tune, which is from a horrible Broadway musical called All Shook Up, but it's about a great man, Elvis. As I told you, my mom knew Elvis. Did y'all see the slideshow before the thing? Did you see me as Fat Elvis as a 6-year-old? Unbelievable. I'm sitting there with a guitar. I've never been like that, but I look so pudgy like he did when he was finishing. Unbelievable. So this is a tune that was featured in the musical All Shook Up, but it's from something else a long time ago, and this is dedicated to all the lovers in the house, however long you've been together, but especially these 62s back here. This is Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life to all 62 years, for I can tell, falling in love with you. No, I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you. So, this next song we're going to do is the very first song I ever sang in public. I was 7 years old. It was my second grade talent show. You may have seen a picture of that. Actually, will you bring up the picture for me, Blessing? I want to show that. So, sorry it's blurry, but it was the 1970s. We didn't have iPhones back then. So 7 years old, would you duck down for me just a little bit, please, Eric? Yeah, just a little bit. I just want to show this right here. You see that? Some of you may remember what a cassette player is. So that's a cassette player, in case you don't know what that is. It's a cassette player, and beside me was singing Judy Collins, was singing this song, Send in the Clowns. And this is about how well I understood lyric interpretation at the age of 7. The lyric says, isn't it rich, isn't it clear, me here at last on the ground, you in midair. So you see that balance beam? Wait, put the picture back up, please. Oh, good. You see this up here? That's a balance beam. So in order to get someone in midair, I had my sister do a balance beam routine behind me during the song. It wasn't until about, 20-something years later, in 1995, I had the privilege, frankly, of hearing Dame Judi Dench, perform the role in A Little Night Music, and she sang Send in the Clowns, and I finally understood what this is about. So the song, in case you don't know, the term Send in the Clowns is something that happens in a rodeo or a bullfight or something with animals, and when someone gets hurt, in order to distract the audience from the pain, they say, send in the clowns. So in this case, this is an old actress who's ready to settle down and be in love, and the guy that she's loved all these years has settled down with someone else, and she's torn apart by it. And so she sings this beautiful song from A Little Night Music. This is Send in the Clowns. Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clouds. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. But where are the clouds? Send in the clouds, just when I'd stopped opening doors. Finally, knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love a farce? It's my fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clouds? Quick, send in the clouds. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it queer, losing my timing this late in my career? But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year. Thank you. Can you just for a moment imagine that little 7-year-old boy, so dramatic, singing all these songs? Oh my God. That's my whole life. That's why I went into theater, because I'm dramatic. So let's do another one. This is from a Cole Porter musical called Can Can. It's the wrong time and the wrong place. Oh, your face is charming, it's the wrong face. It's not her face, but it's such a charming face that it's all right with me. Well, it's the wrong song in the wrong style. Though your smile is lovely, it's the wrong smile. It's not her smile, but it's such a lovely smile that it's all right with me. Well, you can't know how happy I am that we've met. I'm strangely attracted to you. There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? Well, it's the wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not her lips, but they're such tempting lips that if some night you're free, dear, well, it's all right with me. Cole Porter. Okay, so now we're going to get into the drama. It's okay? You ready for some drama? We're going to do some songs from a musical called Les Miserables. Is anybody from France out there? Oh, really? Okay, well, then I'm going to say it the way I want to say it. This is, the first one is a song that is sung by the female lead, Fantine. And she dies. I think they all die in Les Mis. I was talking actually at dinner. I was telling some guests that I was sitting next to, some new friends, the story of Sweeney Todd. That's a rough one too. I'm like, yeah, you know, like I kill some people singing these pretty songs, and we make them into meat pies, and at the end I kill my wife, and someone kills me. That's theater, folks. That's theater. That's why we love it. So this is the beautiful ballad from Les Miserables called "I Dreamed a Dream." I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. She slept the summer by my side and filled my days with endless wonder. She took my childhood in her stride, but she was gone when autumn came. And still I dream she'll come to me, that we will live these years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed. Thank you. Who gave me this rag? Or this towel? Raise your hand. Who gave me this? Clap. Anybody give me this rag? Somebody did. Well, whoever you are, is it to you? I love you, sir. I love you. You can come with me on the road if you want. Except there is no road, we're on the water. Okay, so now I would like to dedicate this next song to all of the soldiers, the heroes, the veterans, the people who have fought and won and come home. If you served in, will you turn the lights up, please, for me? Again, sorry to make you work so hard back there. Please raise your hand, stand up, actually. If you served in any of the armed forces anywhere in the world, please rise. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Will you put up, please, blessing the picture of my grandpa when he went to Utah? He landed, he was D-Day, D4. It's okay, Eric, they can see him, don't you worry. He was D-Day +4, he landed on Utah Beach, 19 years old, that's him. We changed the picture and show him at 99. So my grandpa passed in June, and what a hero, and he's one of the ones who made it home. So I'd like to dedicate this song to all of the men and women all over the world who we are praying come home. God on high, hear my prayer in my need. You have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the son I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one, how soon they fly on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He's so young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give, let him be, please let him live, and if I die, let me die. Please let him live. Bring him home. Thank you. Okay, how we doing? How y'all doing? You okay? You're so awake for all these slow, dramatic songs. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So now we're going to do a song from Jekyll and Hyde, which is the show I did on Broadway. But before we do, I want to tell you a few very quick stories. I like to call this part, The Show Must Go On. So I'll do it very quickly because I prefer to sing than talk. I was doing a production of Jesus Christ Superstar. You may have seen in the picture up there. I did Pontius Pilate. These are stories when something goes wrong in a show and we have to keep doing it, right? So Jesus was up on the cross, which is a pretty integral part of the story of Jesus Christ Superstar. And the cross was up in the backstage here, and it's up here, and all of a sudden the cross started shaking a little bit. So Jesus jumped off of the cross and refused to get back on. So in that show, we just skipped right to the resurrection and called it a day. Another time, when I was doing Jekyll and Hyde on Broadway, as I told you, I was a swing in the show. And for those of you who don't know what a swing is, I played 11 different parts, which means that any night for 2.5 years, I could be any one of 11 people. So at one time, I was playing a part where my job was, I was in the chorus in this part, and Jekyll had just killed the leading lady. So she's crumpled on the floor, and 3 guys are supposed to run in. And we run in and we look at her like, oh, poor Lucy, she's dead. And then in this role, it was my job to pick her up and put her on a cart, and we wheel her off stage, dead, right? So you see how I sweat. That's not a secret. And my hands sweat as much as my face. So Lucy, I won't tell you the actress's name, only the character's name, Luba Mason. So Lucy was dead on stage, and we run on stage, and she's wearing a sleeveless nightgown. So we run on stage, and we're like, oh, poor Lucy, she's dead. And then I bend down to pick her up, and I slide my sweaty hands under her armpits in that nightgown, and she goes, oh! Not allowed. I should have called Jekyll back out with his knife to kill her again. and this is the last one, and then I'll keep singing. So once I was one production of Sweeney Todd. He has a whole song he sings with his razors, and then he's killing everyone with the razors. And it's also a pretty integral part of that plot that at the end of the show, he runs on stage and finds out he's killed his wife, and I drop the razor on the ground and sing to my wife after I push somebody in an oven, and then I'm sorry, I know. And then the boy Toby is meant to come on, see my razor on the ground, walk over and slit my throat. Well, I run on stage, I see my dead wife, and I see a little pattern here. Never noticed that before, right now. Run on stage, see my dead wife, drop the knife, and somehow the knife scooted under a set piece or something. So when it came time and I knew it. The whole time I'm singing to my dead wife, I'm like, where's that damn knife? How are we going to end this show? Because he has to kill me. That's the whole way. It has to end like that. So Toby comes on. He's also, I can tell, he's nervous, looking for the knife. And at the end, he just decided to come and strangle me. Terrible. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. This is the big Jekyll song from Jekyll and Hyde. This is the moment. This is the moment. This is the day when I sent all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day, see it sparkle and shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I've faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckon second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds. This day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. Whew. Good night. No, I'm kidding. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we have left here? Okay, we have 2 more songs. My goodness. I know, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Come to the steam room. I sang for a lady in there this afternoon. Just saying. Just saying. She asked and she received. This is a... I need a drink of water. Cheers. I need a drink of something stronger, but I'll start with water. Y'all doing okay? You have the mental space for 2 more songs? Great. This is a beautiful tune from a chorus line. Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. We did what we had to do, and I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The dream was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. But I won't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Love is never gone as we travel on. love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. Wish me luck, the same to you. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for Thank you. Thank you. So, first I would like to thank my towel boy. Thank you. What's your name, sir? Bob. Bob is a perfect name for a towel boy. Then I would like to thank a whole host of people. First of all, I want to thank Bruce and Patricia for having me on their stage and sharing me with you all. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Patricia. I want to thank all of the gentlemen up there. I want to thank Christo on sound. I want to thank Tim. I want to thank Blessing on video. I want to thank Gere and Siam. Please. Thank you, boys. And now I want to thank these gentlemen behind me who have been a dream to sing with. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. Thank you. This is Perry on piano. This is Eric. This is Chick. And this is Mark. If you see them around the ship, please give them a big hug and say thank you for what you do. Music is our lives, and that's why we're here. So as you guys continue your journey, it's time for me to say goodbye. I take off in a couple of days back to Luna. Oh, I know, it's okay. It's okay, back to Luna. And who knows, maybe sometime in late April I'll come back and say goodbye to y'all again. Who knows, who knows, who knows. But in the meantime, I would like to close with this wonderful Peter Allen tune that was a big hit in the musical, well, before the musical, but it was in the musical, The Boy from Oz, which starred the X-Man, the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. So this is a funny story. I know Hugh's understudy for that show, and he was, on standby. He was a soap opera star in his own right. He was a standby in that show, and he was only there if Hugh got sick, and he would go be Peter Allen in that show. And the 3 times Hugh got sick, they canceled the show. The life of an understudy, it's all good. So this is Once Before I Go, and I mean all of these words for all of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for listening to my heart tonight. Thank you. Once before I go, I want you to know that I would do it all again. I'm sure we'd make the same mistakes, but we could make it through the pains and joys and aches we knew back then. I would do it all. I'd do it all again. Before I go, I want you to know that I look back with no regrets. And when our luck was wearing thin and we were down and out, we still came back to win against all bets. Now when I look back, I still have no regrets. say goodbyes when there's so much that's left unspoken in your eyes. But unless I spread my wings again, I'm afraid I'll never soar. So hang on to the memories and hold me close once more. Once more, just once before I go. I want you to know that I have loved you all along. And even when we're far apart, I only need to feel you living in my heart, and I'll be strong. I love you just the way I've loved you all along. And it's so hard to say goodbyes when there's so much that's left unspoken in your eyes. But unless I spread my wings again, I'm afraid I'll never soar. So kiss me for the last time and hold me close once more. Once more, just once before I go. I want you to know that I have loved you all along. And even when we're far apart, I only need to feel you living in my heart. You are the light that shines on me. You always were, and you'll always be. So I had to let you know, just this once before I go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Douglas Ladnier. Bravo. Douglas, please take another well-deserved bow. The sensational Douglas Ladnier.